Only a few people have seen me do this. This is something that I use to control my fibromyalgia. Sorry. And yeah, I know it's dirty on the ground, but it's okay. It's just stuff. Doesn't matter. I live in bugs. Cohabitation is a big freaking thing here when you're in an RV. Let me get a hair tie though. I thought I had one out here. So I have 3 different sizes. So I don't have the other 2 here right now, but this is my little guy. It's for pressure point manipulation. I love it because it's 4 points. And generally when a massage therapist or anyone that is a healer that is massaging you or whatever is going to try and relax your body and the muscles, because there's specific points that unlock those muscles. And shame on them because they know where they are and they could probably get you into less pain, but either they aren't aware, but it's usually because of the money of time. So let me lay it this way. You don't want anything around, like behind you or anything either. This is how, when I lost hundreds of pounds, my body was not just totally screwed up. And incidentally, about a couple years ago, I fell off a bar stool, and my spine, and I can prove it because I went to a chiropractor to have it done. Anyways, it was kind of like this way, right? That way. It always been that way. But I fell backwards, and it actually went the way it's supposed to. So it healed, but I had this big ass thing. So anyways, some say Kundalini experience, that's why it was my psychosis and all that other stuff, whatever. I'm not Hindu, or I think that's where it comes from, or some type of yoga, I'm not sure, so pardon my ignorance. But it was pretty traumatic. And I healed, but I didn't go to the doctor because I was with somebody at the time. You know, it was just audio. So anyways, this is how I also prepared myself after that. It is painful, but you have to ease into it, and my cats love to chew on them. So they're kind of screwed up a little bit, but it's okay. So it works. It's made out of silicone, and it's kind of buoyant, and it has these little air holes and stuff in the back, so it doesn't kind of suction on and do anything, right? But it's not going to do anything here. So what I like to do is actually start with my butt, right? First, what I'm going to do, I'm going to work upwards. I don't know if you guys can see me this way, so I'm going to go. Sorry. All right, yeah. Me in all my glory. Okay, here we go. All right, so I'm going to go like this, actually. Now, you have to make sure you have balance, and I wouldn't recommend this just for anybody that doesn't have any, because it's really not just about manipulating, what's it called? The muscles, but it's also moving with them and allowing the fascia to kind of adjust, right? Over time, that's really what I figured out what was happening, or that's why I started it, really. When I was a child, I used to read medical dictionaries, so there's a lot of stuff that I remember about that, and plus picking, brains of different doctors. You also want to make sure that it's around your spine and not on it, right? So if you get the little guy right there, it could hit your spine. You don't want to do that because you could injure yourself. You want to be on the outside of the spine, right? So that's what I'm doing, is I'm just going up and down it, and I'll do like stuff like this, right? Like, if you can see, it's been a minute for me, so, and if at first do it lightly, and I would say not like any movements like that, but just laying on it, like, when you have sciatic pain, this helps for that too. I haven't had any. I used to have a lot of problems with it, because they use tennis balls. Well, this alleviates it like that, I'll tell you what. So I go back up. What I'm really doing is just try to relax it, because a lot of my pain is up in here from, previous injuries, and most of the people in my family have some kind of arthritis or whatever. And then when I know it's like right there, because like my body, like you can't really tell. It depends on your body. You have to use it with your body, and I use it for my entire body. I will go do this, and you'll see. I'm not gonna do a full thing, but and then I go back up, because you don't want to have the wrong kind of pressure places, right? So you have to really fill it out. And I have not needed to go to a chiropractor in years because of this. The one that I did go to, it was just for my neck because I think I tweaked it in a different way and I didn't want to do it myself. But then I figured out how to do it afterwards. So anyways, and see what it does for me, at least for my body, is it's going to relax up my spine at least a little bit, because it's also activating those muscles. Well, that's what you do when you exercise. I don't need intensive exercise in general. I've just always been that way when I lose weight. The only thing I'll need to do is, work out specifically with ab things to cut down on my panics because it's uncomfortable. Okay, and then I do this. Now, this is an interesting thing. You have, hold on. Okay. If you hold a lot of weight in your shoulders, this is going to be amazing for you. Just check it out. So I do that too, and then I get right here at the base of my neck and make sure you're not touching the spine at all, right? And simply just move around, right? What it's doing is allowing your body to naturally massage. It's not artificial or anything. Your body will adjust unless you have other types of injuries. Now, that's just different. This has also helped with my herniated disc, because I think I had medical or something, and I might still, I don't know, I never heard. I had asked a long time ago when my sister was working for the state, but never heard from it. And she said they might still have it on file. I don't know where to look. Anyways, from that injury, I was just like, I don't want to have surgery and all that other stuff. So I have minimal pain when I make sure to do this at least every other day, but I do prefer every day. And for this also, like, you just want to lay on it. Don't manipulate it or anything, because you could tweak yourself, right? So, like, I would love to help anybody if they have any questions or whatever, but I promise, fibromyalgia, arthritis, I have that, sciatica, I also have that, but I've been able to manage it and actually get rid of it with this technique. And maybe there's others out there that can teach people, I don't know. That would be cool, to actually help them, because I guarantee this will work. And it's also really, I want to say meditative, only because it's releasing so much in your body. We hold so much tension in our bodies. And then the toxins that tighten up and everything else. See? Now, another thing I'll do is, for sciatica, I do this because of whatever, it's more advanced, but I lay on it and I'll put pressure. See, for me, I know the feeling of enough and too much. Too much is, that smarts more, and whatnot, but yeah. And another thing is that we all carry stuff in our hips, right? I kind of designed this a few years ago for myself when I couldn't eat anything post-bariatric surgery, where it cured my diabetes. And, oh yeah. But yeah, anyways, stupid flies. Another thing I'll do is, I've always had problems with compacted ribs. They've been less compacted over the years because of this. And now, it's just kind of survey, right? What I kind of do. And I didn't used to be able to lift my arm before, at all. Very much. Like McCain, I wasn't that bad. And I've always also had problems with my jaw. So if you have lockjaw or something, there's muscles that are around. Singers know this, right? So you have muscles down up here and back here, right, that are very important, and especially right under your skull. So a lot of times, on the bigger ones anyways, I'll be like a cat. Watch. Okay, check it out. All you do is lay on it, and tension headaches and stuff like that, oh my god, like, because it's automatically releasing pressure from various spots, right? The flies are out today. What the heck? And then they're just nuisances. Oh. And see, like, for your jaw and stuff, you just sit on it. Don't do anything else. And don't listen to anybody when they say, oh, that's gonna be bad. If I would have listened, I would be broken and on meds right now. And then I'll do the same here. Ish, but you just do it where you feel it, and then sometimes this is really where it's interesting. Do it in the areas around where you feel it too, right? Because a lot of times we overcompensate in various areas and we don't know it. I got this idea with cats. If you haven't seen, I'm obsessed with felines and my specific cats and animals in general, but I just watched them, and I found, why are they not ever, well, you know, totally tense in their bodies? Well, because they're kind of relaxing, and when they stretch, and the way they stretch, right? I started stretching with Barry. You know, he does this thing where he stretches his legs. Watch. He goes like this. Okay, pretend I'm a cat, right? He'll go like this, and then he's just like, every time, right? So I was like, huh, let me copy that. And then I just started doing that, and I found it was like a lot of different yoga poses. And I was like, huh. And then they also lay on stuff and stretch out. And I figured, oh, wait, that makes a lot of sense. And then the weird one, it's not really weird, but if you, compensation happens all around, above, below, inside and out, and all around. Physics, right? Human physics. And then look at that. So this has helped me with my shoulders, especially fibromyalgia, because it's joints, arthritis, stuff like that, right? And I just simply move around. And you do it to where it's comfortable. And if you can't move too much at first, that's fine. Take it every other day or something like that. I do it aggressively sometimes because don't ask. I don't know. Anyways, and you can really get these things, and it's funny looking, and I've done this like in hotels and shit like that, or whatever else, because in the gym rooms, because there's the only space I could do it in. Now here is the other part, hips. So for me, I have a pannus. I think a lot of us do, Americans and moms. Right? So I'm gonna put that right in my hip. Yeah, I know, it looks weird. So right there in my hip, right? And I'm just gonna lay on it, and what's gonna do is help alleviate some of that pressure. And, you know, I do this as well if I have Charlie horses or stuff like that. So I'm kind of like right in my hip flexor. I'm getting right there. The hip flexor is like right here, okay? I'm not being weird, I swear. So the hip flexor is right here. And you're gonna wanna get on that, right? And for me, I like to do a little bit more pressure, but I'm not gonna go full force because I have not been working out. I'm doing this for a while in earnest, and I'm gonna start. But anyways, you're gonna feel a little pressure, right? If you don't have one of these guys, you can use a tennis ball, but I would say use the small ones or something like that if you can, or even put some together so that you can actually create something like this. In fact, oh, yeah. Because I carry a lot of stress in my hips. This is some of my tips. I hope it helps you. Educational purposes only. Only do this if you are able to. If you have any injuries, don't do it. Ask your physician or chiropractor or whatever. But they should start looking really into this kind of stuff and in a more earnest way, right? Because if we're not able to heal the body, you know, oh, you know what I mean. Come on. Anyways, thanks for rolling the ground with me.